popular, there's a popular activity when you're trying to build trust among some group. It's called a trust walk. Maybe you yourself have been a part of one. One large group is divided into two small groups, and one member from each of those groups is paired with another. One of the pair has a blindfold, and the other member of the pair does not have a blindfold. The job of the person without the blindfold is to sort of lock arms with the blindfolded person and lead them down sort of a obstacle course with a rock here or a log there. To be successful at this task, the person with the blindfold has to trust the directions and the guidance of their leader, the person without the blindfold. The next time, they switch positions. This trust walk is an example of a team building exercise. In today's gospel, Jesus sort of creates his own team building exercise. The first two servants, the one who received 5 talents and the one who received 2 talents, succeed. The third servant, the one who buried the talent that he had been given in the ground, failed. He failed because he did not trust. He did not trust in himself. He didn't think that he had the ability to make more money for his master. And he really failed his master as well because he did not trust. He did not trust his master because he was paralyzed with fear. He didn't think that his master would appreciate his efforts at making the money, so he just buried his talent in the ground. A waste. And so that wicked and lazy servant, as he's called, is thrown out into the dark. The point of this parable of the talents is that we too must trust in our Master Jesus Christ. And we must trust in his promise that he will return at the end of time, whenever that is. And so, in this in-between time, in the meantime, before Jesus returns, we've got work to do. We can't just sit around doing nothing, kind of our way of burying the talent that we've been given in the ground. We who believe that in Jesus, salvation has already dawned upon us, God invites us to act like people who have been saved. Next Sunday, we celebrate the solemnity of our Lord Jesus Christ, King of the universe. It's the last Sunday of ordinary time before we begin a new liturgical year with our celebration of Advent. So in these last weeks of this liturgical year, our Gospels have had a bit of a theme, making a distinction between the foolish and the wise. The foolish act as if this world is all that there is. The wise, on the other hand, understand that this world is simply a preparation for the next world, where God is forever at the center of life, the next world, heaven. Because we are here this morning, gathered around this table of the Lord to remember and celebrate God's presence among us, I think we should be pretty confident that we are counted among the wise. No, we're not perfect, and yes, we've got plenty of growing edges. But what makes us wise is that we recognize that Jesus is our salvation. And so, let's each of us continue our trust walk with Jesus, letting him be our guide. But we ourselves can't be wearing any blindfold, because we have got to keep our eyes and our hearts open to serving the outcast the way that Jesus served the outcast. That's the work that the wise will be doing anyway.